When my neighbor started building a new garage, I barely paid attention. The old shed was demolished. Concrete forms appeared, and contractors worked all week. It looked like a typical home upgrade. But a few weeks later, when the wooden frame went up, something strange caught my eye. The garage door wasn't facing their backyard, and it wasn't facing the street either. It was facing directly toward my driveway. At first, I assumed it was just temporary, framing, or that the door would be installed somewhere else later. But once the metal rails for the garage door were mounted, the truth became obvious. If that door opened, any car leaving their garage would drive straight into my driveway. There was no turning space on their side, no pavement, nothing. Their entire vehicle access depended on using my property. Curious and slightly concerned, I walked over and asked one of the contractors about it. He shrugged and said the homeowner told them the driveway was shared, access between the two houses. That statement immediately raised a red flag for me because when I bought my property, I had carefully checked all the county records and legal documents. My driveway sat completely within my property boundaries. There was no easement, no shared driveway agreement, no legal right for anyone else to use it. To be absolutely sure, I pulled out my official property survey. The boundary line ran about 2 feet away from their garage wall. That meant the garage door they were building faced land they had zero legal permission to use. Instead of confronting the neighbors directly, I decided to take a more official route. I emailed the city's building department, attached photos of the construction, and included a copy of my survey. My message was simple. I just asked whether the garage had been approved with vehicle access through my property. 2 days later, a city building inspector arrived at the construction site. He reviewed the approved permit, drawings, and compared them to what had actually been built. According to the official plans, the garage door was supposed to face their backyard, not my driveway. The structure in front of us clearly didn't match the permit. Even worse, the way it was built required vehicles to cross a private property line that the owners had no legal access to. That's when the bright red stop notice went up on the framing. Construction was halted immediately. The inspector explained that the city couldn't approve a garage that relied on illegal access across someone else's land. The homeowners were given only 2 options. They could either obtain a legally recorded driveway easement from me, or they would have to rebuild the garage so the entrance faced their own property. Since I had no intention of turning my driveway into a shared road, the decision was made for them. A few weeks later, the contractors returned, but not to finish the garage.